to the Trump presidency and a day focused on taxes and trade, overshadowed a bit by the president's tweets and his attacks on the media. CBS 4's Eliott Rodriguez has it all from the control room for us. Eliott.
Rutabaga, President Trump is focused on selling his tax plan to American workers today, the same workers he has promised to protect by renegotiating NAFTA. Today, he met with Canada's Prime Minister, who wants to keep the 24-year-old trade agreement intact. The president is also taking on a familiar foe, the media. The president and First Lady greeted Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and his wife to the White House. Trudeau is said to be trying to keep NAFTA from falling apart, while Mr. Trump has called the trade agreement a disaster for U.S. workers.
We'll see what happens with NAFTA, but I've been opposed to NAFTA for a long time in terms of the fairness of NAFTA.
The president dismissed a report on NBC that he wants to increase the U.S. nuclear arsenal tenfold, leading Secretary of State Rex Tillerson to call him a moron, since a nuclear buildup would violate current arms agreements. The president strongly denied the NBC report, going so far as to tweet, "With all the fake news coming out of NBC and the networks, at what point is it appropriate to challenge their license? Bad for country."
General Mattis put out a statement, or is putting out a statement, saying that that was fake news, that it was just mentioned that way. And it's frankly disgusting the way the press is able to write whatever they want to write.
The president left for Harrisburg, Pennsylvania late this afternoon. He plans to sell his tax reform agenda there to blue-collar Americans.
I'm giving the largest tax cuts in the history of this country. In addition to that, there'll be reform.
Among the ideas being pushed are a plan to allow corporations to bring money from overseas back to the country, a lower corporate tax rate, and a tax cut for individuals. The White House says the proposal will allow middle-income households to get a $4,000 pay raise over 8 years, but Democrats say it'll benefit the wealthiest Americans the most. Well, the Nonpartisan Tax Policy Center predicts the president's tax plan would disproportionately benefit wealthier Americans and end up increasing the tax bills for many middle-class Americans. In the control room, Eliott Rodriguez, CBS 4 News.